Dear Diary, when I look back on my music journey, it's an indescribable human endeavor, the universal language of frequency and rhythm. Today I let you in to the Miss Kiff Odyssey, my diary entry 5, where I feel most alive. Okay, I think I'm ready. I don't know why I'm being so weird. Okay. Hi wonderfuls, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasha, aka Miss Kiff, your independent artist and creator. So, welcome to another episode of Miss Kiff Diaries, and one of the most important diary entries would be this one I'm about to do. And there will be a lot more diary entries that will be needed alongside this video. So, for those of you who know me or don't know me, a lot of my content over the last 2 years is about being digital strategies, vlogging, me behind the scenes business, all this stuff. But the main thing is I didn't know how to start a YouTube channel with my music. And I've been a DJ since 2010. And I've DJed quite a bit in about 9 countries, I think. And then I was sick and tired of being kind of the dumb one in the room, to put it that way, because I know I'm not dumb, but it's more about producers. I'll be amongst producers or DJs that will know their theory, music theory, or they know what they're doing. And to be honest with you, DJing was all about what I heard sounded good. And I got a lot of hate. Like, there were so many haters in my life. Like, this poor naive girl wanting to just do something fun and spontaneous. And I really loved DJing. I didn't realize how much I would have loved it. And then I got torn to pieces, like, emotionally. So I think that's why it's quite a vulnerable subject, my DJ career. And I could have been a lot of places, but my emotional setbacks is what really tore me down. Nevertheless, I rise like a phoenix as always. But going back to the dumb educational bit, I was amongst producers and I hated the fact that I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. Like, I wanted to know what they're talking about, but at the time, no one really wanted to educate you enough. I asked a lot of questions. I hung out with a lot of guys. When I hung out with a lot of guys, I got a lot of, people thought I was a groupie, which was a bit unfair to me. I was just really interested about music. And there's 2 people that really helped me, which is Matt from Italians. He is a brother to me. Keza Razik, DJ Razik. Them 2 really took time to just be with me in the studio. I think though at the time I was like 20% listening because it was just a lot. But I decided to educate myself, and I put myself in my first degree, a BA in audio production. Not gonna lie, it was the most intense 2 years of my life, and I battled depression. My first year was great, but second year was terrible. Terrible. And I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, and coronavirus hit during the last 6 months of my degree. I actually was going to throw in the towel. Literally, the last trimester was 2 weeks to submission, and I was like, I can't do this. I had a breakdown, and I was just like, my whole life's falling apart. I can't do this. And Musa picked me up, built me up mentally, and he said I could do it. He said, just get it done. And I did it, and I got it done. I didn't finish the mark though, which I wanted.
but to be honest with you, I'm just proud I finished. The mark I received wasn't a reflection of what I am. It was just, you got a degree during coronavirus, during a depression, during a big depression of suicide, and I got through it. During that degree, I moved home a lot of times. I lost my job. I lost a few people in my life, and coronavirus really scared me. I was going to be homeless, and I just fled the country to South Africa. And at the time, I was producing meditation music, and I was producing my music. Kiff Diaries is my EP I released during coronavirus. You can check the link in the description below to stream it or download it. Any help will do. And that was like, music kept me going in that form. The idea of just before Corona hit was just to leave the country, to go to Asia, DJ, teach yoga, and just be, maybe get to Australia at some point. But then obviously travel, everything stopped because I really just needed to escape life. And that was tough. That was so tough, like emotionally draining. And then I built myself up for 1 year in South Africa. I got to work with Dan Amsterdam. I went over. He didn't know how to use Logic. I obviously did. I was sound engineer. He was playing the keys. I produced Carly, and he did piano loop over it. And I had one online gig online, and I just didn't know how to direct myself with music, to be honest. I feel like the lack of confidence is the term here. And now, during this last year, I said, you know what, the next thing, I'll release my first EP, the next is an album. And now I'm producing an album, and I wanted to separate this and have it on my second channel, but this is a part of me, like a big part of me. Music is like 80% part of me. I would say 100% part of me, but in terms of all my everything else together, it definitely is my life and soul. Yeah, it's 100%. It's 100%. Everything else just needs to fit in. But the point is this year, I want to finish my album, and I want to play it out. I want more gigs. I want to be back. I want to be confident in my music, that is. And I want to learn. I want to collaborate. I want to go travel to different studios, different synthesizers. Now that I've done my theory part, I want to learn more and excel more. So this brings me to this video. I started producing, I released a single called Shit Ass Music, which I'll link in the description below. And that was, I started having, so my journey is the drums, okay? Wow, the drums is not as easy as it looks, sounds. Not as easy as it sounds. The drums are annoying, to be honest. So I was just trying to sort the drums out, every track. So Shit Ass Music was the first track that I didn't use a drum loop. Yeah? No. I lined up doing my own drums with a tutorial and mentorship. And then Kiff Diaries and Soul Tribe, I used a drum loop with some add-ons. Shit Ass Music was the first first track I did drums totally by myself. It doesn't sound perfect, I know it doesn't, but it's my journey, it's my life, it's my diary of my music. And then now I did Kali, Utando, and the Vibe, those 3 tracks. If I'm honest, I think I've lost those tracks. I'm trying to download, like, oh, I'm going through a bit of a moment with those tracks as well. Storage was such an issue in South Africa, and I tried to put stuff on the iCloud, and it's just a mess. I don't even want to talk about it because I think I've lost those tracks, which is annoying, but we will see what we can do. Try to recreate it in a better way, I suppose. But those were my fundamental 3 tracks of my album. And then the last track I started in December now, which was Feminine. So Feminine you've heard on this whole Miss Kiff Diaries, which is, I just felt I was stepping into my feminine power, and I was like, right, okay, let's do this, let's have a blast, let's perfect these drums. And I would say I need a clap. So the claps are annoying. I finally learned how to use a drum sampler on Logic, which it was 2 years after I've been using the software, which is crazy. Like what? No, yeah, nearly 2.5 years, nearly just over 1.5 years. So this brings me into the now. There is a competition that is come up, and I want to submit Feminine as the track of competition because I feel like it's my best track. I feel like just because I've learned, it sounds a bit more chunky and a bit more me. However, if in an ideal world, I wish I had a sequencer, I wish I had more synthesizers to add to it, but we'll get there. I have to go to London to my friend Mus's to use his studio because he's got just like unlimited supply of synthesizers. This guy just eats, sleeps, breathes, repeat music production, and I love it. Like, you've heard some of his music, Yelmo music, the royalty-free music, and also he just does a lot. He's a great engineer, great producer. He's incredible. And yeah. I also need to get my butt to Liverpool, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, we're gonna get back into the studio. And I sold half my studio because I was moved to South Africa and I had no money. So all I've got now is my laptop, my headphones, and that's it, and my sound card. My MIDI controller I left back in South Africa. I've only got DJ decks. And sometimes you just gotta work with what you have. But having an iPad is pretty cool because you have the Logic controller, which has a keyboard on it. So I kind of use my iPad as a keyboard, which is pretty sick. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Sorry. Interruption time. Look at this. It downloaded. Oh, please open. Oh my god, please open. If this opens, our album is basically saved. Whoa, sick. That's our goodness. Okay, so I've found the Vibe, Utando, and Shida's music, which I need to bounce the stems for, which is good. And then the Kali, I feel like, is in the next one I need to download. So iCloud storage is not that bad. It's not that bad. I take it back what I said. And listen. this is such a trip, man. Okay, firstly, producing music. I think the ring light's in the way. Okay. Producing music. Don't start a track and then come back to it like years later. It's going to sound completely different. So, okay. I'm going to finish some music this week for sure. For sure.